Welcome to TradersArmy.com, defending your right to build wealth and preserve capital for generations to come.
Yeah, Wednesday, hump day. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a great day. Welcome to today's edition of the Daily Market Commentary. I'm your host, Chuck Fulkerson. Hope everybody had a great trading day yesterday as we had some movements to the downside in the markets. And so let's go ahead and do what we do, diving right in. So starting with the S&P. So in the S&P, we're down about 12 points this morning. We had a breakdown trade yesterday below this 2909. We had a really nice little bit of basing in front of the level. Strong move away to the point where we hit our profit target and then some. And so now I'm going to remove these lines here because we had taken our stop and moved it down as price is now continuing to fall. And so now, by the way, when I go look at a 4-hour chart, our 4-hour chart has definitely got us with a bigger pullback, lower swing lows, lower swing highs. So certainly we have the right, if you would, to be shorting this market. So the market's given us a nice little pullback. Opportunities to get short now are much more abundant. And so from our breakdown yesterday, oftentimes you'll hear me talk about how old demand will become a new area of supply. I'm going to wrap my lines around 2909 by 2915, where that area did exist. And then we still have a possible demand area down here at 2860 by about 2856. So somewhere in that region. Now that level exists going all the way back to here. The reason it's a confirmation is because we came so close to it right here and then price moved away. I still think it's valid. However, I like the gap fill area a bit better, right? This gap fill area is probably a bit better of a level since we've come so close to this a couple of times. I'm still going to leave it in play, but I am going to now add this gap fill region as a potential for a reversal. I actually like the gap fill level a bit better, so we'll leave this one on as a confirmation long, and then this one as a limit entry. With this market kind of heading down with the speed that it is, we came down pretty hard right at the European market open, and so it's continued to fall ever since that point. So the European market open as well could be another opportunity to get short if we rally up out of this this one red speed candle. So overall, looking fairly on the bearish side until we reach some of those demands below us. Now, in the Nasdaq, we also had a breakdown, and we talked about that this area here could act as a potential reversal, but actually price went a bit lower than there. And so that level, the breakdown worked really well, the reversal not so much, and obviously in a downward trending market, we're going to see a lot of that, right? So now, looking at the Nasdaq level, I'm going to wrap my lines around those areas up here, because those would be my levels for potential reversal on the next move higher. Next, crude oil. So crude oil worked to perfection yesterday. Out of our 15-minute little level, we got a really nice little run out of that zone. Remember my rules essentially are at a 2-to-1. I'm going to take some money off the table. We got well more than a 2-to-1. Got a really nice move out of it. And so now that level, I'm going to pull that level off the charts. Not just make it a confirmation, I'm going to pull it off completely, primarily because of the strength of the move down we've had in crude in the last little bit on this European market reversal time. It's been down all pretty much overnight ever since the European markets opened. We've been selling off pretty hard. I think I'm going to leave this one be today. I'm tempted to look at a reversal right in here if you get another move up into there. So we'll see what the arrival looks like in that, if we add it or not. And then in gold, we've made our way up to our confirmation short. We would only now get short if price comes down below here. And I'm going to make it a little bit lower than normal. So what I'm going to do is remove this line because our confirmation short would have been triggered but not yet met entry. And that actually just happened here in the last hour. So the short would come in below this little breakout line if indeed that we get that move. If it goes above here before that breakout line, then that short would no longer be valid. So we're actually right at the point where it's no longer going to be considered a valid level. Let me draw that line, give you exactly the price level of that line. And what I'm really looking at here is 1291. So up above 1291, then that short would no longer be a valid reversal. We got a really nice limit move out of it, but no reversal yet. So a couple of areas still above us in that one. So those are our commodities, and those are our overall commodities as well as equity markets. Now let's take a look at our Aussie, Euro, Canadian, and the TY. Excuse me, not the TY, the ZN, which is our 10-year note. So looking at these four markets, the 10-year note has continued its march higher over the last couple of days. No big surprise there with the weakness we're seeing in the U.S. equity markets that this is running up. We were looking yesterday at a potential breakout above there, and it's kind of continuing the run. This is our next reversal opportunity, and then our long reversal might actually be down to this 2 a.m. European market open. In the euro, we have, in the Aussie, we created a little bit of a level. We came super close to it last night, and we're unable to get that level filled. I need to now convert that level to a confirmation style entry. When levels come close to getting touched, they change to confirmation style entries, and that's what we see going on here. Nothing new to add on the demand front. In the euro, we actually broke down out of our little level, caught our little day trade into our demand, and then it rallied off of our demand right back up. So the euro trade worked out exceptionally well yesterday. Leave me a comment down below if you were actually in the euro position. The breakdown worked until it hit its long, and then the long worked all the way back up for a good 3-to-1 reward to risk. So now I will leave this long in play, but I'm going to switch it to a confirmation entry. And that one's different than the 15-minute levels that we looked at. I pulled some of those off, but I left these ones on. In the Canadian dollar, the Canadian dollar is giving me another opportunity for a breakdown should we base in front of the level. I've not gotten quite enough basing yet. I need a little bit more basing, but kind of below this 742 area, we might get a little bit of a breakdown in that particular market. And then last but not least here is our Japanese yen. As soon as I can find it. Oh, thought I had it already up. Is our Japanese yen, Great British Pound, Nat Gas, all those fun ones. So the pound worked really, really well off of our supply. Unfortunately, it was just a tick outside. As they say in baseball, just a bit outside. I mean, it was quite literally a tick away. So I did not get that filled. Leave me a comment below if you did get that filled. A lot of people will sometimes take a little bit of a buffer zone and widen out that area when they're looking at some of those levels. However, when I go down to the 15-minute chart, I think that we've got another opportunity for an entry somewhere right in here on a rally. This pound is falling apart pretty hard. I'm gonna put it right there, as I think it may get there at some point in the next little bit. Japanese yen, we've come up into the level. Remember our 6-candle rule. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Started to move our way, but hasn't making a move. You should have your stop move to break even after those 6 candles, and so that level should no longer be in play at all if you're following the 6-candle rule, which is why that has been put in place and has been there for a while. That's one of my absolutes when it comes to identifying opportunities and rules. So as far as the markets go, today, tomorrow, there's a lot of news going on, right? Everything from tariffs to things going in the Persian Gulf to I even saw a thing today about taxes and the president. I mean, there's a lot of news out there. But remember, nothing trumps understanding demand and supply. Where are the buyers? Where are the sellers? And how do I take advantage of knowing that, or at least understanding that against the amateurs and the people that are out there just trying to do it news based. So follow and remember to trade your plan. And if you've got any questions, please send me an email, support@tradersarmy.com. For those of you in the Atlanta area, I will see you tonight at our Atlanta Traders Area meetup. Looking forward to having a drink or two and hanging out. Remember, if you want to come, feel free to join us. tradersarmy.com/social gatherings. I'll put a link in the comment section below. It's no pitch, just drinks. We just get together, have a drink, and get a chance to get to know one another. So talk to you all soon. Have a great day. See ya.